Well, it's a bright sunny day in Lake Como, and Monica, who's my guide and also represents the tourism of Lake Como, has decided to show me the city of Como. So this is a nice, cool, overcast Thursday morning in Lake Como. We are walking through downtown Como. Now this part of Como has a population of about 30,000 people, and we're passing a square called Piazza San Fedeli. Now, you know, this is actually the market area of this town in downtown, and the shopping culture here is very different. Like, they have no mall culture whatsoever. Now they have stores on the street all over. So some of the biggest brands and some smaller local unknown brands are selling, you know, in stores next to each other. The concept here is more boutique, and it's a lovely walk. When you walk through this, you admire the lovely architecture here. I was just taking a look at one of these houses, which is a 16th century house, you know, a very different use of bricks. Most of the local people in Como actually wait every week for the flea market, and this flea market has practically everything, ranging from clothes to umbrellas. It was very interesting to see that this way of shopping at the flea market is part of the culture and tradition in this small city. Well, the flea market was nice, but just like the flea market, Como also has a food market. So this time Monica took me inside the food market, and this was quite a sight. The one thing that I couldn't help but notice at the food market was a rule they had. You touch it, you buy it. So after having walked through the beautiful lanes, seen the markets, it was time for some luxury sightseeing. And for that, we decided to take an aerial tour of the beautiful Lake Como.
Aeroclub Como is the oldest seaplane operation in the world. It has been founded in 1930, but seaplanes have been flying here since 1913, so it's one of the oldest, the earliest seaplane operation in the world. We offer all the pilots the opportunity of learning to fly on seaplanes, so we are a flight school, but we also offer the opportunity to all the people to view Lake Como from above, which is a very interesting experience, because from above you can see things that you couldn't see in any other way.
So the last time we were at the lake, we used a motorboat to take a look at Lake Como, but that's not the only way. I have heard the most spectacular views of Lake Como are from air. So an aerial view is what we are here for. I'm here at the Aero Club Como, and they've been very kind. They've arranged for this vintage aircraft. Now, this vintage aircraft was used in the war in Korea and Vietnam, and of course I'm going to use it to enjoy the breathtaking views of Lake Como. So I'm going to take a 30-minute ride. I'm going to go all the way to Bellagio and back. The journey starts now. The aerial view is majestic, to say the least. It's very difficult to express in words the beauty that you see. It's so pure and serene. It's like a picture that's been painted. One painting with 1,000 words. This was simply spectacular. Okay, I've got to tell you, having seen the whole lake yesterday from motorboat, today when I saw the same lake again from air, this was a completely different scenery. I think Lake Como is best viewed when you see it from an airplane. This was an experience that you've got to do when you come to Lake Como. Thank you very much, Captain.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
So by now, I had seen Lake Como, the city of Como, but how can you actually see any place till you've seen or tasted the food of the place? I've been in Italy for a little over 48 hours, and I haven't had a pizza at all. Now this is not right? You can't be in Italy and not have pizza. So I decided that I'm going to have a pizza right now. Okay, so here, before we have the margarita, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the margarita. Okay, now this is actually a very interesting story. There was a queen called Queen Margherita, and she was on a visit somewhere in South Italy, and at some point she felt very hungry, and then there was this poor man who decided to offer her something to eat, and when he went into his kitchen, he realized he had very little. He had bread, he had tomato, and he had some cheese. So he made a pizza with just these two ingredients and called it a pizza for Queen Margherita. And from that day, this pizza, which is made with, of course, bread, tomato and cheese, is called the margarita. Okay, so I am here now, and with me is Chef Alexio. Now he's supposed to be the guy who makes some of the best pizzas in Como, okay? And I was only going to come and eat a pizza here, but on my way he challenged me. So now what we're going to do is, he's going to make his Italian margarita. I'm also going to make an Italian margarita. How much money are you betting?
15.
50 euro.
Yes.
Here's my 50 cents. Okay, bole Sony Hal, Sat Sri Akal. Now the pizzas in southern Italy are slightly thicker ones with a thicker crust, and the ones made here in this part of Italy are really thin. Sometimes they are paper thin, and they make it in two shapes. They make a slightly oval pizza as well, and of course this is the normal round pizza, but bread, tomato and cheese have never tasted so good. Thank you, Chef. Thank you.
So it's been a great day. Some great sightseeing, some great food, and I think it's time for me to go and chill in my hotel room. I've got another exciting day lined up tomorrow, so see you then.